What's up with it, YouTube? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. As I got some breaking news right now, shout out to the boy Ticket TV and Pro Basketball Updates. He was the one to break this first. As Kyrie Irving has tested positive for the boogeyman, and not only that, he's been placed in health and safety protocols. This was even before him even touching foot on the floor to play a game. Uh, like I just said, like I was just talking about with all of the players that I've been talking about that have been placed in health and safety protocols, everything from basketball to football. Just go ahead and shut it down. It's like what are we talking about here? You understand what I'm saying? What are we gaining? You're not gaining anything but a whole bunch of positive tests and people that's having to sit out, or players that's having to sit out. That's the only thing you're gaining. Listen, and see, this is going to be even more scrutiny too. I wouldn't be surprised if they start to be like, well, if he would have took the jab or he would have did this, well, guess what? He wouldn't be in. Listen, don't even try to come with that bullshit, because even if he did take the jab or whatever, guess what? He was probably gonna test positive too, just like the other players in various leagues. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. But that's what I'm prepared for it. I know that's the bullshit that they're gonna try to do. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy. Even before he, was about to play a game. Now, initially, Kyrie Irving was supposed to he was supposed to return, um, by Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what the that's what the projection was. But because of that, he's not going to be in there, and this will be the ninth. This will be the ninth player, because Kevin Durant and with Kyrie Irving, that leaves not. That's nine players right there. Uh, you know, and not only that too. Another thing is too, and this is reported by Alder Amo. Nick Claxton is going to be doubtful for tonight's game too, as well, because he's having some left wrist soreness. Okay, so the Nets are getting hit too. So all this stuff about, oh yeah, well, is there some sort of conspiracy and all this other bullshit? No, that's not what's going on. This thing is real. They need to cut it out. They need to shut it down. I don't know what they're waiting on, but I know what they're waiting on. They're waiting on the almighty dollar. That's what the fuck they're waiting on. And to me, it's a damn shame. I hate the fact that they're doing this. I don't like the fact that they keep dragging this thing on, because it's not going to get any better. And as I've said before, and some people do not want to hear this, when we talk about shutdown, it's like people are afraid to say that word, but it's going to come to that. It's going to have to come to that. You know, if you love it or hate it, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to have to do. Everybody's not on one accord, you know what I'm saying, in terms of doing their best to try to alleviate the problem. Even though there's some people that haven't, taken the jab or the concoction or the juice, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure that there's people that are trying to take, their health seriously. What's up with it, Luda Rider? I see you in the building. Definitely go sub to the boy Luda Rider Sports. trying to get Luda Ryder up to uh up to 1,000, y'all. Go subscribe to that boy Luda Ryder Sports, man. Um, but this is crazy. Yeah, and the NBA do think they slick, but like I said, Lou, they need to shut it down. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people out here that want they listen. They want uh to continue to play, right? They want to continue to play because they like okay, I'll put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this. When the shutdown had taken place, when the initial boogeyman had came and all that stuff, when it first came around, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was one of the ones to sit up there and say, okay, yeah, man, sports, we need sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of sitting in this house, when the shutdown had happened and stuff like that. People were wanting sports. And see, I think that's what's what people are afraid of. That's what the league is afraid of and stuff like that. On top of them losing money too as well. People are gonna go out of their minds and stuff like that because whether you believe it or not, sports is therapeutic for a lot of individuals. Some people they don't have a life, you know what I'm saying? So them looking at, a Bulls game like the brother Lou, or me looking at a Sixers game, or guys that constant Laker fans that are looking at the Lakers game and stuff like that, they look forward to that. And not only do they look forward to that, they look forward to seeing their favorite player because some of the players that are out there on the floor, they motivate them. They inspire them, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? They might look at a guy, like LeBron or somebody like that, and they'll be like, man, they talk all this shit about him, but he still keeps going. No matter what. It's the little things like that they look at that they look at, and so when they don't have the NBA or they don't have the NFL and it's not at full strength, then a lot of these guys they go crazy. So, some people get tired of sitting at home. When the shutdown happened or whatever, nobody could really go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I know at least here in Texas, in Dallas or whatnot, you were on curfew unless you were going to work, and you had to have a permit too if you were going to work. And people that was driving people crazy. But it's probably gonna have to come back to that. But the country don't want that to happen. I guarantee you that, of course, nobody wants that to happen. A lot of people don't want that to happen because of their job and stuff like that. It was a tumultuous time, but it's not getting any better. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they asked me if I was in the process of getting jabbed up and everything like that, and I said, look, my body, my choice. That's my personal business. Whether I did or whether I didn't, it's not anybody's business. Whether you did or whether you didn't, it's nobody's business. But at the same token, I know what my business is. My business is making sure that I'm doing everything that I can to protect myself and the people around me. And that's what the NBA should be. You said, watch out, the rat tooth master Stephen A. Smith tried to capitalize on this. Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I was saying, Lou. If you listened to me earlier, I said salute to you, LA Sports Live. I see you in the building. What's up with it, Big Country? What's up with it, Scrub Zero? Make sure y'all go subscribe to LA Sports Live. Now, look, that's what I was talking about, Lou. You brought up a good point. Now, Lou the writer brought up a valuable point. Okay, this is the thing. They're gonna put this under a microscope. Not only Stephen A. Smith, they were already doing it before he even hit the floor. They were talking about unveed up or unjabbed. Kyrie is getting ready to play. Like all they had to say is Kyrie is returning, but no, you want to put unjabbed so that you could focus on that on that situation and his situation that's been going on and that they've been making headlines about. So they're gonna come with this notion, oh well, Kyrie, he if he had did this or did that, well, he probably wouldn't have gotten this or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to ease it in there. I wouldn't. I listen. Just watch it. I can guarantee you. And they're just gonna come with a microscope. But he's not the only one. And see, another thing is like I mentioned earlier too, Lou, is that okay? Whether he did or whether he didn't. Okay, there's 70 players uh, that have been positive or whatever in the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? And there's been multiple players in the NBA, and they're at record. It's at record numbers for the NBA, NFL, and the NHL. And see, when you say there are many jobs that depend on professional sports as well, I'm on point with you there. I'm on point. I'm on point with that. But at the same token, man, I think like that's why it's always good to strategize. You should always have some sort of strategy. Like you could still make money and maneuver regardless. And I know some people they're like, "Oh yeah, well, what do you mean?" and all this other stuff. Actually, I know I was looking at another channel and he was talking about how these two women, because of the pandemic, they ended up becoming entrepreneurs and becoming millionaires because of the pandemic. So when there's a will, there's a way, and there's a way to maneuver around it. And but some people are going to try to debate me on this. They're going to try to go at me. Well, there's no way that you can do this and you can do that. No, there's a lot of ways because think about it like this: if you're one thing that never stops in the country is the transportation industry. You know what I'm saying? In terms of getting products and commodities everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When the country had shut down, guess what was running? There was nothing but trucks because they still got to get product, and they were more amped to get those products because people were fighting over the commodities that they needed, such as essentials. They were essential workers. Of course, they were really essential because they needed toilet paper, they needed Lysol, they needed other household items and cosmetics, things of that nature. So all these guys like that were with Amazon and with FedEx and with UPS, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you talk about federal jobs and stuff like that, they were still running. Federal, state, and a lot of government. But I know a lot of government jobs they got hit too. And I think LA Sports Live, he worked a government job too as well. So I mean, I'm listen. I'm doing this video for two reasons. One, of course, to let everybody know, raise awareness, okay, and let everybody know that this thing needs to shut down. But we also need to focus on what they're about to say, what they're about to do to Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this was a money grab by the NBA, as well as and it was a sympathy grab for Isaiah Thomas. You said big facts about trucking. Tall guy care reviews is quitting YouTube and formed his own. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but that's great. You be your own man and you be your own boss. And that's what it's about. Everybody thinks that, oh yeah, I got to lean on this person, I got to lean on that. When you start working, your whole goal should be to either retire or to capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna work for Whataburger, okay, or fast food or something like that, okay, you might not want to work there forever, but there's some guys that do want to work there forever. Well, guess what? If your whole intent working there and your intention should be to move up as high as you can within the company. And if you're not going to do that, learn something from it and then take that. Like, like for me, okay, I, I personal, I do personal training. I work for a gym, but I'm like, okay, at the same time, not only was I working for the gym and doing what I do, I got my certification, things of that nature. Well, guess what? You think I wasn't on the side with my clients, being like, you know what, man? Because there's only when you're inside of a gym and you're training people, you have to follow their rules. They'll write you up, or in some cases, there's also legalities involved too. But you think I wasn't hustling on the side too? Hey, here's my card. Come and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can train the way that I want to. Now, is it big risky? Yeah, because some people can sue you, and you can get a lawsuit if injuries are bad or whatnot. Yeah. Well, I don't know who he is, but you know what I'm saying. Shouts out to him. You know. Yeah, I try to focus on what I'm doing over here. You know what I'm saying, LA. But like I said, man, uh, your whole intent. You said Baker Mayfield. Yeah, Baker was right. I told him, dog. Baker wants to shut it down. A lot of players feel this way, Lou. They feel this way. What now? A lot of players are like, oh yeah, I'm ready to get back on the court. I'm ready to get back on the court instead of playing horse on live and shit like that, right? Now they're like, well, shit. Well, if we got to go through this, players sitting out, players teams are dropping in terms of the standings and stuff like that, shit, we might as well just shut the whole shit down. Hell, shit, fucking AD can barely move, and I know that ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying that motherfucker got injured twice in the damn game, nigga. Not instead of him setting records for his points and his rebounds and shit like that, he's setting records for injuries. Like it's ridiculous. So it's like people want to talk about like when they were making all these commercials. This is my last point right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bounce y'all. They they were making commercials about, oh yeah, well let's get back to normal life and raising up the sleeves and all that stuff, right? This shit ain't normal. This ain't normal. Ain't nothing normal about this shit. First they try to sit up there and they blame Trump. You know what I'm saying? Then they sit up there and they try to blame the people that were partying in Florida and all the metropolitan cities, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They try to blame New York. Just like Trump tried to blame China and everything. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that in Wuhan. Now they trying to sit here and they trying to. At first they thought Biden was gonna be the savior. We're gonna get back to normal life. Well, guess what? That didn't work. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we need to get barbershops going. We need to get hair salons and massage parlors going and stuff like that. In my Governor Kemp voice. But meanwhile, Mayor Bottoms was up in there telling you, "Are you stupid?" Okay, George Floyd ended up taking place, right? A whole bunch of riots started happening and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I think at June and July, the actual cases started to kind of go down a little bit. Well, guess what? It surged soon as they soon as they started opening shit back up. It went good for a little bit, and then it surged again. And then they want to blame it on that. Then they sat up there. Well, yeah, let's get a new jab, another jab, and this jab, that jab. You getting jabbed to death. Damn, by that, like, look, by that time, you know what I'm saying. You putting all that stuff into your temple, and you wondering why. Okay, this is happening, that's happening years down the line. For something that's man made. Oh yeah, well we need to explore this or we need to explore that. Da 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 da. Everybody's going in the fucking tirade. It's like they jump on something. My point is they're jumping on every little thing and trying to pinpoint on everything to get the best possible answer when none of that shit is working. The NBA has tried it. The NFL made it like a goddamn institution. It's like a fucking prison facility in the NFL. And guess what? They got record number of cases. They shut down the motherfucking LA Rams facility, and they shut it down for against the Seahawks. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me. Yeah, was trying to get back to normal life. Yeah, if what you call normal is what letting a female in there. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much has fucked their way to the top, or you ain't even got your shit together, but you might be friends with the common enemy and shit. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother situation, Lou. I'm not even gonna dive into that shit. But that shit wasn't normal. You wasn't any better. Everybody thought he was gonna be the savior, the hero. No, hey, look, me and Lou, we had already talked about it, Lou. I said, look, hey, put my ass out in a rural area, nigga. I live in the woods right now alone with my family. I build everything from scratch, home, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you try to depend on this person or you try to depend on this or depend on that, whoa, have you had this yet? Have you had that yet? Have you done this yet? Do you have proof of this? Do you have proof of that? And guess what? The shit still ain't working. Man, that's facts. I'm telling you, you better hey Lou, what you think Gangsta Boo is? I shout out to Gangsta Boo. Guess what Gangsta Boo does? She don't even focus on rap no more. You know what she does? She does business consulting. She's a consultant. Let that sink in. So while everybody's up in here, well, you know what? I gotta get to work. Well, no, I gotta get to work. Well, no, I gotta get to work. No, nigga, Wait a minute. I got to create the work. I gotta help a motherfucker get a job. I gotta help motherfuckers do something so that they can prepare. Like insurance, like life insurance, like health insurance, like dental insurance. But nah, well, no, I gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? By that time, nigga, you turn 50, 60 years old, nigga, you old as fuck. And not only are you old as fuck, nigga, you can't barely move anymore because you don't work yourself to death for a company or a corporation that don't give a fuck about you. They use you up until you go. It's just like the NBA. They'll use that product up till they no good on the floor anymore. I know it's harsh. I know y'all don't want to hear that shit. I know. I know. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna tell everybody what they what they want to hear. Y'all want me to sit up here and be all soft and sweet and nice about it and cut corners and shit like that. I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. It's time to shut it down. I know you enjoy the game of football. I love it. I love boxing. You know what I'm saying? I love basketball. What's up? What's up, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. I love it all. But it's not worth it's not worth every time you turn around, there's another case. We we're in a crisis. We're in a crisis. And I don't give a fuck what you say about, oh yeah, well this is less harmful and all this other stuff. Like I said, everybody's body ain't the same. I do everything that I can outside of just taking the jab and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? If I did or didn't take the jab, regardless, I'm still gonna do my best to take care of myself. But some people don't have that. They think that eating hamburgers and French fries and gorging down a soda or a shake will you'll be fine and dandy once you put that stuff into your body too. Well, you're not realizing that there's side effects to both or whatever you put into your body. But if you're doing the essentials, like taking your vitamins, like getting the proper sleep, like not stressing, you know what I'm saying, like drinking the plenty of water, all this other stuff that I've usually talked about, you'll be better. Now, when the Most High says it's time to go, it's just time to go. But you'll be at less risk if you're doing all the other things. Then okay, well, you know what, man, I'm sick. I'm not feeling good. Da 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 da. Da. Well, duh, you going to that shit that's man made. That shit was made by you and me. You know what I'm saying? Prepared by me or you. And guess what? I make mistakes just like you do. You make mistakes just like I do. So I'm just waiting on them to talk shit about Kyrie, say the shit that they say about Kyrie, because I know that's what they're gonna do. So y'all let me know what you think. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Uh, Luda Ryder. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the boy Luda Ryder Sports. LA Sports Live, Scrub Zero. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the boy LA Sports Live and True Viking Queen. Um, until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I can get you later.